What a week! Well, here we are, back from Dragon Con. Folks, we had a great time. It was awesome. I will be posting videos of my panel on this channel next week. Right now I'm trying to get some things done on my end, but I will have those videos posted because I know everyone's been asking, how'd your panel go? What'd you say? Well, remember folks, it was a collector's panel. I was on there with 5 other collectors, which they were all great guys. I really appreciated getting to know them. It was a pleasure. But I did talk a little bit about the EU, a little bit about collecting to make sure it kept in the realm of what the panel discussion was. But I did get our message through. In fact, there was a lot of people who were very positive toward our message. Folks, this is what I've been telling you. A lot of people haven't even heard of us. When I said who I was representing, the Facebook pages, my YouTube channel, like, huh? There's people out there, you're trying to get new EU stories? They didn't know. They did not know. So folks, go out there, continue to recruit. These people don't know. They're for us. In fact, the assistant to Michael Stackpole at the con, the assistant to the con, just outright proclaimed to everyone when she heard what I was doing, she's like, oh my gosh, you are doing God's work. Well, thank you. But it was really exciting to get to talk to some of these people and explain to them that the EU doesn't have to end. It can continue on. And a lot of people are like, oh, really? Yeah. Now, there's a handful of people who I feel sorry for because they're like, oh no, I guess Disney says we can't have the EU anymore, so we'll just start over again. Don't give up. That's why I had to tell them, don't give up. Don't get discouraged. At the EU panel, authors panel, they actually asked them the question, do you think that the Legends will continue as an alternate universe with more stories? And they said, probably not. Stackpole in particular said no because the publishers don't really understand what an alternate universe is supposed to be, and they get the two confused. He doesn't really like the publishers, and he has good reason to, believe me. So I got up on the mic, of course, and I said, actually, it has happened before. Remember, they had the Infinities logo, the Infinity comic books. Now, they didn't make that many of them because they didn't sell that well. But the difference between the Infinities and the Legends, now Legends logo, is that you have a built-in fan base for almost 40 years. That's a pretty big fan base. Infinities didn't have that fan base. But the EU does have it. And I said to all the panelists, to all the EU authors there, I said, you know what, though? The publisher they may not understand alternate universes, Mr. Stackpole, but they do understand money. He nodded. Timothy Zahn, Kevin J. Anderson, Christy Golden, and Dave Wolverton all agreed. They understand money. They all know that if the publisher sees that we're interested in buying new books under the Legends banner, then they're definitely going to deliver us. Because it's all about the money, folks, and I'm fine with that. Make money off us. In fact, I encourage you, folks who are just getting into the EU, thanks to my panel, 2 new people said, I don't read the EU, but you know what? You're really excited about it. You kind of convinced me. Okay, what book should I start off on? Excellent. It all starts from the beginning. That's now 5 people, ever since I started making these videos, who have started reading the EU who didn't even care about it beforehand. That is incredible, folks. We're actually getting new EU fans after they've called it all non-canon. Unbelievable. So anyway, folks who are getting this Expanding Universe books, buy Legends banner books. Buy Legends? No, Matt, I want the original Expanding Universe without the Legends banner. No, I want you to buy Legends banner. Hear me out here. The more we can sell from the more they sell from the Legends banner, guess what? They're going to say, huh, these Legends books sell pretty well. Maybe we should make another one. That's how it works, folks. When Marvel starts reprinting all the Dark Horse stuff early next year in these beautiful hardback books with Legends on it, buy it. Go ahead. Show them we love Legends. We'll buy your Legends stuff. We may not buy the new stuff, but we will buy Legends stuff. Go ahead. Also, thank you for everyone who, I know some of you really like Disney, and you really want to read the book, and you have agreed to hold off on buying the book for a couple months. Thank you so much. Please continue to do that. We want those sales to plummet, And so they can go, that's going to give us a chance to get our EU storyline back. Now, let's talk about one other thing. The Rebel raid yesterday. Wow. Hit pretty close to the mark by getting them riled up like that, huh, kid? Man, that was great. They were so mad at us, they started deleting comments. A lot of you got deleted. Don't worry about it. A lot of you got banned from the Facebook page. What? And I've read most of the comments. Not a single one of them that I read was offensive. Thank you for that. Good job. Now they definitely look like the bad guy, right? They deleted a bunch of harmless comments because what? They didn't like what we were saying. Well, tough. You were very polite. You were very informative. You weren't rude. You weren't ugly to them. That's how it should be done. That's how battles are won. Now, did we win this one? Because they deleted almost all the comments. In fact, some of you reposted, said, hey, why'd you delete my last comment? It got deleted again. Or one guy said, hey, why'd you delete these comments? Because he just started, one of my buddies started just sitting there and copying and pasting every comment. He said the comment would post, and then a minute later, they'd rip it off Facebook. Because it didn't have to, it had to do with Legends, and they don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about the Disney stuff. Don't you talk bad about my stuff. So they kept ripping it off. Well, he kept copying and pasting everything that got posted. He just reposted it all, and of course they let that one go too. In fact, another guy even put on his comment post, hey, Facebook, if I get enough likes on my comment, are you going to delete me too? It was funny, you know, to see how we got under their skin. Folks, don't be discouraged by this. This is a good thing. We're getting them pissed off at us, and we're not doing anything wrong. We're not being offensive at all. We're being very polite and asking for more expanded universe stories. That's all we want, right? So keep it up. Now, to be honest, I'm tired of dealing with Del Rey. Let's leave them alone. They're just getting pissy anyway. So we'll move on. We're going to find a new target. I have one in mind. I don't want to talk about it just yet. I want to do a little bit of studying to make sure I pinpoint the right target, because I want to make sure our voice will be heard. In the meantime, recruit, recruit, recruit. Do not stop recruiting. Find people. I found tons of them at DragonCon. There are tons of people out there who have never heard about us, but who are interested and do support the idea. Now, I didn't get to talk to that many people. There was 110,000 people at DragonCon this year. Way too many. Folks, don't believe the report. The reports say 80, but one of the lead volunteers told me that is a lie. DragonCon gives a lower attendance record in order to avoid trouble with the fire warden, which I can understand that. Fire marshal's going to be upset if there's going to be a ton of people, too many people in one building, which has happened. Trust me, in one building it maxed out at 25,000, and the line wrapped around an Atlanta city block twice. That means there are 5,000 people in line, folks. 30,000 people surrounding one building, and there's 4 other buildings left, and you're telling me that 50,000 people are in the other 4 buildings? You know, a little over 12,000 each? No, because in those hotels they were like this. And there were tons of people out on the street with DragonCon badges too, walking around. Folks, there were tons of people. I didn't get any interviews. I'm so sorry about that. I really wanted to get interviews from the authors. Each author was extremely busy. I did get to ask them some questions. A lot of the questions that were asked during the EU authors panel weren't really that good. They were kind of fluff panels like, so what do you think it means to be a legend? They're like, oh, it's pretty good. You know, and I knew they'd say that, folks. These are professionals, okay? They've got a job here on the line, and they're not going to piss off some publisher by saying, yeah, we're pissed off about what they did to us. Well, then they lost half of their money, half of their income. They're not going to say that. I don't expect them to. However, Timothy Zahn said that sometimes legends are better than the real thing. Now, take that as you will. He could have been saying, hey, you know what? Legends aren't that bad. Sometimes legendary people in history are better than the actual people in real life. Or maybe he was talking about episode 7. I don't know. I don't care. That's fine. Take it as you will, like I said. Folks, next week, tons of videos from the panel, and of course, more to come from yours truly. We'll see you later.